Greetings and welcome back to Celebrate Every Day with Amazing K. I am Amazing K and I am here on Thursday, November 9th, and we are going to celebrate. But before we do that, you know what you have to do. Tag and share and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed with us yet, go ahead and hit that button, hit that bell, like and share, and the contest is still going on. If you get 3 people to subscribe because of you, then you can go in the drawing and win a trip. Yay! So go ahead, do that. Like and share and make a comment. Let us know what's going on. If you like what's going on, if you have some topics that you want to see, we always talk about the holidays, but it may be something else that you want us to talk about. And tell us what you think about the show so far, because inquiring minds want to know. Now, today is November 9th, and as you see, I have a guest here because today is World Adoption Day. Yay! And it's also World Freedom Day. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. But I would like to introduce you to my dear friend, my dear confidant, my dear assistant director of the Lift Up Your Hands Ministry Sign Mind Choir, Mr. Russell Murff. Yay! And Russell,
Hello.
say hello to everybody, Russell. Yes, yes, yes. They're so
Hello.
excited to see you. We're excited. I'm excited to have Russell here on Celebrate Every Day with Amazing K, because Russell is going to share with us today his story about being adopted. Since today is November 9th, World Adoption Day, this is the day that we bring awareness to adoption, the whole plight of it, the families that have are in need of children, families that have put the children up for adoption, and there's many, many reasons why that can happen. There's no judgment. We just know that by me being in early childhood, the children, that's my thing. So we just want to make sure that they're loved, that they're taken care of. But Russell has an amazing story, and I just asked him to come and share it, and he has agreed to. So Russell, tell us about your journey of adoption.
So I found out I was adopted when I was about 8 years old. Um, at the time when I found out, it was more so, for me, the question was, why don't I look like everybody else in the family? And so my mom just sat me down and pretty much told me, what happened. And when you get older, if you want to know more, if you want to see more, I'll be willing to show you. So fast forward to 17, I attempted to search for my biological family, but never found out anything, or I just had my medical records, but it didn't really state any names or anything like that. And so I kind of just went out on a search for nothing. So I just didn't think about it anymore. And around 2010, so I may have been 22 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
My a person who I thought I knew nothing about reached out to me on Facebook, of all places, and sent me a message and just asked, when my birthday was. And so I'm like, my birthday is December 17th. And, I didn't think anything else of it. So then she messaged me back and said, I think I might be your sister. And so I clicked on the picture. At that time, you had to invite, someone to be your friend or whatever. It's not just the click of a button anymore like it used to be. But I viewed her profile, and after looking at her profile and her pictures, I was like, okay, so this girl looks like me. Okay, so answer to question 1, there's someone that looks like me somewhere in the world. Okay. So we started talking. She introduced me to a couple of other people on Facebook. And the other person that she introduced me to was my other sister. She invited me to her wedding. I didn't get to make the reception, but I didn't get to make the ceremony, but I did go to the reception. So there I go. I walk into a room finally, and this was in 2010. I walk into a room finally with a whole bunch of people that look like me, act like me, talk like me, sound like me.
Wow.
So it was just something like it was surreal. It was something I never thought would have happened ever because I grew up my entire life knowing the parents that I only knew, and they happened to be my adopted parents. So I knew nothing of my biological family up until I was 23 years old, 22 years old.
How exciting was that? So, I mean, I'm sure they were excited for this woman to just seek you out, and how, I mean, she must have been looking as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and to find you on Facebook, I mean, that is just, I mean, people always say, I remember when we were having our 10-year reunion for our high school reunion. We hired
Mm-hmm.
a company to find everybody and gave them a yearbook and everything, but we found more people on Facebook than the company we
Yep.
hired.
Yep.
Facebook is amazing.
Mm-hmm. It is. It
It
is.
is. So now your mom, she was at the wedding.
She was correct, and that
Okay.
was the first time I had ever met her. I sat and talked to her for a little bit, but I didn't want to, besmirch the
Yeah.
the
The
event or anything
occasion.
like that because it wasn't about me.
Right.
So I just told her, she and I would meet eventually, and I gave her my phone number. We talked not too long after the wedding. Found out she was here. Found out a few of my other siblings were here still in the city. Um, and I must have had where my mother lived at the time. I must have driven past that place a million times.
Wow.
Never would have imagined, never would have thought. And even my brother, my youngest brother, when we first met for the very first time face to face, he was like, I've seen you a million times before and never would have thought.
Isn't
Never would
that
have thought.
something?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow, that
Yep.
close.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know your adoptive parents. I've known them, practically all your life because
Right.
actually, for those of you who don't know, Russell and I have been in each other's life since he was 3 years old. I was a teacher in Head Start, and
My first teacher.
his first teacher, and his mother brought him to my classroom at 3 years old. I mean, he was a child prodigy, came already reading and, very intelligent. And my co-teacher and I, Mr. Merton, was like, what can we teach this kid? He's already, I mean, let's just push him on up to kindergarten and first grade. But yeah, we've been each other. So I know, your parents, and kudos to the Mr. and Mrs. Murph, who, it takes a special people that have special heart to take in a child that they weren't born, that wasn't born to them, and they
Absolutely.
raised you, and just, I mean, look at you, you're just a wonderful young man. So and me watching you grow up, knowing exactly what they went through and everything. So yeah, now you have two sets of it, two
Yeah.
families,
Two
two
sets of
families
family.
that love you, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just amazing.
It
So
is.
I wanted you to come on because a lot of times when people talk about adoption and you see movies about adoption, there's some stigma about it's always a negative thing, or but it
Mm-hmm.
can be a good thing, and a good thing can come out of it. So you have
Absolutely.
more people that love you and more people to love. So
Right, right. And the one term we used to always use, because my mother was a part of a support group for years and years and years. And not only my mother, but many of her other friends, good friends, who have also adopted children who I grew up with,
mhm.
we're all very still close to this day. But I think the one thing that they always used to tell us, as kids, especially as children who are not biologically belonging to the families that they were in,
Mhm.
um, that you call yourself chosen. So we call
Yeah,
ourselves chosen kids because we are specifically chosen for a reason. And so,
exactly. That is so wonderful. Yes, chosen. Yeah,
mhm,
because they could have chose anybody, but they
exactly,
chose you.
exactly.
Awesome. Awesome.
Hmm.
Awesome. Just to give you guys some statistics about adoption, right now, to date, there is more than 150 million children worldwide that are in the system to be adopted, that are needing homes. So if that's something that you're thinking about, think hard about it, pray about it.
Hmm.
And a half a million of those 150 million are in the foster care system. And Russell and I have been involved in Royal Family Kids Camp, which is a camp for foster children. They give them 1 week of camp away from their foster families so they can, if their foster parents can have a time, they have the time of their life. They fish, they hike, they do all kind of things,
Oh yeah.
archery.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they have a ball. So
They do.
we have been doing that. I mean, I think we about 20 years we've been involved in that, off and
Yeah.
on, off and on. I remember when I got my 15-year pin, I was so excited. But yeah, give back. Royal Family Kids Camp is always looking for volunteers, and we always need, because the camp that we're affiliated with, that's worldwide. It's worldwide. It started in California. It's all in the United States. They're going in other countries now. But the camp that Russell and I are affiliated with is right here in Northville, Michigan, and the children that they service are in Wayne County, Michigan. Now, the Wayne County children, the foster care system, most of them are African Americans. So we have
Right.
been on a quest to get more African American volunteers at this camp. It's a week of fun. And a lot of times, by the education, people that are in education usually have the summer off because it's in summer. Actually, it's going to be this summer. So mark your dates. It's going to be August 4th through August 9th. Mark your dates. You may not can maybe be there the whole week, but maybe part of the week. Or maybe you could do like this year. Some friends and I, we actually did the birthday party because we could not do that. I was actually on another assignment during the week. But it's Sunday through Friday, and Friday they have a birthday party, and they bring them home because it's everybody's birthday. Because a lot of times in the foster care system, when children are going from home to home, their birthday kind of gets swept under the rug, and it's not really celebrated as it would if they were in their forever family or in their own family. Or so they give them a wonderful birthday party. So we volunteer for that. So whatever you can do, just here is the number. You can call. We have wonderful volunteers that will take your call and say you want to volunteer for Royal Family Kids Camp, and just let them know. And if it's not you, then maybe you know someone else. All right. So thank you, Russell, for sharing your story. We appreciate that. We thank you, and we're just so excited about this. It's also World Freedom Day. Yay for World Freedom Day. The World Freedom Day, for the National Day calendar, they're celebrating the tearing down or the knocking down or the fall of the Berlin Wall. Okay. That Berlin Wall that was up for 30 years from 1960 to 1990, when our President Reagan went over there and said, tear that wall down. And they did. So that's celebrating that. But I want to talk to you about freedom. Freedom is not free unless you are financially free. Okay. We know we could be free in Christ. We know that Christ wants us to be financially free. So I am sending out an invitation because this program, it is sponsored by Rush Travels and Adventures. That's why we're able to give out the free trips. That's why we're able to do what we do here. But we want you to think about your financial future, your financial freedom. Do you have time freedom? Do you have personal freedom? Do you have financial freedom? Because what we do is show you how you can do that. So that's what we want you to do. If you want more information about that, tag and share, hit me up. I can give you that information because it's there, guys. It's there for everybody who wants it. Financial freedom. Okay. So come back next time. We're going to be talking about, I don't know, whatever we're going to talk about. We just talk about it because every day is a day to celebrate. I just want you to be bold, be blessed, be you. And when I say you, I mean your original uniqueness, YOU, because everybody is unique and everybody has something to celebrate. Okay. I'm Karen K. Rush, and I approve this message. Bye.